Hello Internet, welcome ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be doing Japanese curry. You've seen it in every anime in existence. You can't watch anime without it. It pops up literally everywhere. So without further ado, let's jump into it. The first thing we need is coagulated cow boob juice, also known as butter, and we need an American's amount of butter, like almost an entire stick. What you want to do is you want to melt that down and get it nice and sizzly. We're going to be making the curry roux here, which is that disgusting block you buy from the store. However, this one's going to be tasting much, much better. What we're doing here is we're browning the butter, meaning melt down until it starts sizzling and gets all that white foam off the top. The nice thing is you'll know it's done because it'll have a nutty smell to it. Not like locker room smell, but you'll know exactly what I mean. Now you want to incorporate equal parts plant cocaine, also known as flour. 1 tablespoon of plant cocaine for every 1 tablespoon of butter. You want them to be equal. Now this is how you make a bechamel, which is a good base for either sauces or spice mixes or a bunch of other awesome things. When you first start mixing, it's going to be like thick, like really, really thick, like thick with 3 C's thick. You want to keep cooking it until it starts losing its chunkiness and starting to get a little bit liquidy. It'll start toasting, it'll start browning, and sooner or later it'll start smelling like pie crust, and you'll end up with something here. It's going to be nice, light brown, and have a wonderful smell to it. When it gets to this point, we're going to add in our spice mixture. And once we add in our spices, we're going to cook it for only about 20 seconds to a minute just to activate all their wonderful flavor oils and get them all equally incorporated. Now, exact amounts in the description below, but here we have a pepper, anti-vampire dust, curry powder, and then something else I didn't know existed until I looked up this recipe. But exact amounts in the description below. Once that's all done, you can just pack it together, and we're only going to use half of this, so this actually makes 2 batches of curry. Next, you want to prep your meat. Here I'm using an alpha predator, also known as a T-Rex, after evolution. Nowadays we call it a chicken, but you can also use beef instead. To this recipe today, I'm going to be adding gnome's fingers, nature's tear gas, and water soil pods, also known as carrot, onion, and potato. However, you can add whatever you have in your fridge. That's the great thing about curry, is you can customize it to how you want. You can add in snap peas, you can add in green beans, you can add in broccoli, you can add in children. Whatever you have on hand that you want in your curry, you can put in it. Now you're going to show nature who's boss and who's the actual alpha predator and start cooking the T-Rex carcass in some oil. What you want to do is you want to get it to brown. You can use butter as well, but basically put the chicken down and let it cook. We want to get that fond, that nice crusty, delicious bits at the bottom of the pan, because now we're going to remove our chicken and we're going to throw in our vegetables. And they're going to soak up all that deliciousness. Before we do that, though, we're going to add in vampire go-away fruit, which is garlic, if you didn't catch on to that, and a little bit more garlic. If you guys haven't figured out yet, I actually really like garlic, so it's basically going to be in everything. Now what you want to do is add a little bit of ginger paste in here. Make sure to block the camera to get full flavor, otherwise your curry won't taste nearly as good as mine. Enter dramatic pan shot of vegetables, the oranges, the whites, the deliciousness, and water soil pods. After you cook out the garlic, make sure to add in the rest of your vegetables with a pinch of salt so that way they release the liquids and you can start getting all that delicious fond off the bottom of the pan. Give your clear minerals and vegetables a good stir to make sure they're well incorporated. And throw a top on it to bring it to temperature and to let it steam. Now take his or her top off, because there's gender equality here, don't forget that, to check for doneness. It should easily just poke through the potatoes. You don't want them too soft though, just fork tender. When your vegetables are done, add in half of your curry roux and stir to combine. And of course, block the camera to get the full flavor. Don't disappoint me. Now we're going to add in a carton of chicken bones. Sorry, I crack myself up sometimes. Add some chicken stock, an entire carton of it, and stir up the curry to make sure it's well combined. At this point, you want to make sure you re-add in your meat and give it another stir just to incorporate the meat, the vegetables, and all the goodness together, and put a lid on it. Now this next part is entirely up to you. You're going to boil and reduce your curry until it is the thickness that you like. You can have it super thick to where it's stew-like, or you can have it thinner. As long as it coats the back of a spoon, you know it's going to stick to rice. So the minimum requirement is having the broth stick to the back of a spoon. And that's it. It's pretty damn easy. Serve up next to a bed of rice. You want short-grained rice, though. You don't want long-grain rice. The traditional Japanese use short-grain rice, and boom. There you go. Some delicious, homemade anime curry. Not specific to any anime, but curry nonetheless that you will see time and time again. Close-up shots. As you can see in this clip, I'm not a professional chef because I added too much curry to where it's overflowing on my plate. Now, let's give it a go. I've had curry before in the past, and I have to say, it's a dish that I enjoy quite often. But after trying this homemade curry, I will say I am never going back to the box Roux crap ever again. In my eyes, this dish is legitimately a 10 out of 10. I could eat this every day for the rest of my life without any complaints whatsoever. It's hearty, it's delicious, it's savory, it's spicy, and there's just so many different textures and flavors going on. And the fact that you can customize it to change every single time makes this an amazing dish in my eyes. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment below on other recipes you would like to see. Like, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit the notification bell if you would like to be, well, notified the next time a video comes out. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.